Welcome aboard, everyone, and here's why silver should scare us. As most of us are aware, the price of gold has been through the roof. Currently, it's approximately $1,457 an ounce. And to give everyone that's not aware what an ounce is, as far as physical size, it's about the size of a silver dollar. It'll fit comfortably in the palm of your hand. It's not big. What many of us might not be aware of is the price per ounce for silver. Currently, silver it's priced at approximately $39.37 per troy ounce. So what one would pay $1,457 for gold, they could get the same physical quantity of silver for approximately $39.37. So it's really strange just looking at it from a pure numbers perspective, why two of the most precious metals where people got on a horse and buggy and rode all the way to California to pull it out of the ground, why is gold so much more expensive than silver? And there's a lot of rumors surrounding that. One of the main reasons that many believe that gold is priced so much higher is that gold is a symbol of wealth. It's a gold standard. A bunch of other phrases like that come to mind. I mean, it's symbolic of extreme value. And in an economy where the value of the dollar is decreasing daily, people run to gold. It's a hedge against the dollar. So there's people that purchase gold just to not have to trust the dollar anymore. And in my opinion, that's fine. However, I feel that silver is a much better investment. And the reason being, and I'll explain this to everyone during the presentation, but it's not only is it a metal, a precious metal that's used for wearable art such as necklaces and earrings and those types of things, but it's also an industrial metal. And that's why silver, in my opinion, is superior to gold. And that's why, in my opinion, that silver will soon outperform gold. Well, why is silver price so low? There's a lot of rumors associated with it. One of the most common rumors is that large players such as J.P. Morgan are involved in what's called naked short selling. Well, naked short selling, that sounds pretty nasty, but what's it mean? Well, to put it in simplistic terms, naked short selling is selling something that you don't own. For example, let's say that I have a fictitious item. I'll just pick a video game system, an Xbox. So I'm selling my Xbox on eBay for $150. Jane Doe wins. Jane Doe sends me a $150 check. I put the $150 check in my bank. So now it's my turn to ship Jane Doe the Xbox that she bought. Well, I don't own an Xbox. I sold an Xbox on eBay. She bought the Xbox. I cashed her check, put it in the bank, but I never shipped it because I didn't own the Xbox. Well, that's an example of a naked short sale. I sold something I don't own. The same scenario is rumored to happen with silver. So as people come and expect physical delivery of their silver, and they're told that the physical silver is not available, that it's all a lie, that's when chaos is really going to break out. And I mean, we're already seeing indicators that, that something quite strange is brewing here. Looking at this chart over here, or actually the chart you're looking at right now because it's what's on the video, this is SLV. SLV is what's referred to as an ETF, exchange traded fund. Basically, it's somewhat the same as a stock. It can be bought and sold through online brokerages, and its purpose is to closely mimic the spot price of silver. And as you can see here, back in 2008, before the run-up, silver was ranging between 9, 10. Well, actually, it hit a low of 8. So let's say $8 to $11 an ounce. Today, silver hit a 30-year high, $38, $37 an ounce. I mean, that's a huge percent increase in just a few years. Well, And to give everyone an idea of the, okay, SLV, so it's currently at $38.33. The physical spot price of for 1 troy ounce of silver, of physical silver, is $39.37. Now, of course, I recommend the physical silver because, again, this ETF, everyone just goes with the assumption, oh, if I want to sell, you know, they have the physical silver to back it. That's an assumption. If you have the physical silver, then it's not an assumption because it's a tangible asset. It's in your hands or wherever you hide it. So anyway, so now why should silver scare us, and what does all of this mean? Well, what it means is that $50 an ounce for silver is I mean, I can't say for 100% sure because of speculation, but $50 an ounce for silver should happen easily within the next few weeks. So what does that mean for us? Well, let's take a look at a spreadsheet here that I put together. And this contains a few items, just common items: car, scalpel, computer, cell phone, television, formal dining spoon, necklace. Just common items that require silver to manufacture. And keep in mind, this calculation I put together, it's only taking into account the troy ounces of silver that each of these items contains. And these numbers are not exact. I put guesstimates in there, so please don't criticize me for the numbers. I just want to illustrate a point here. So, for example, today's silver price, and we'll round up to $40 an ounce. So at today's silver price of $40 an ounce, for a car that requires 100 ounces of physical silver to manufacture, for that car, just for the silver content to manufacture it, $4,000 is required. For a scalpel that requires 3 ounces of silver, at today's silver price, $120 of silver is required to manufacture a scalpel. And the list goes on. So you can kind of get an idea as to how silver can affect day-to-day living. I mean, these are just a few examples of common items that we all require on a daily basis. So let's say silver hits $50 an ounce, which, like I said, will likely happen within the next few weeks. That car now costs, just for the silver content, $5,000. $5,000 for the silver content to produce that same car. $150 for the scalpel, $50 for the computer, so forth and so on. So you can see how this is having a direct impact on the cost to produce an item, which in turn is passed down to us, the consumer, because we've got to buy that item that's been manufactured. Well, let's say within a few years, and this is very likely, $200 an ounce silver. That car now, just for the silver, costs $20,000 to manufacture. Just for the silver. $20,000 of silver goes into it. The scalpel, same scalpel, $600 of silver. The computer, $200 of silver. Okay, let's go to a few years down the road. $500 an ounce silver. That car now costs, just for the silver content, $50,000. The scalpel is $1,500. Computer is $500. Well, let's say silver is trading at the price that gold is today, $14.57 an ounce. That car now costs, just for the silver content, $145,700. The scalpel, just for the silver content, $4,371. And the computer, $1,457. Okay, not to scare everyone with this, and I'm going to go back to 40, which we're currently at, just so it's more palatable. Not 400, but 40. And just think about this, and think about what's about to happen. So once all the manipulation that has held the silver price down is exposed, silver is going to shoot way up. It's going to create panic. Industry that requires silver to manufacture their products, they're going to purchase a surplus to fund the next few years of operation. That in turn is going to drive silver up even more. Individual investors are going to be hoarding silver. People that were involved with naked short selling, they're gonna be trying to scoop up silver to cover their naked shorts. And the scary part about this is we think that we've seen a recession in the past few years and one a few years back. And not to scare everyone, I don't think we've seen the real recession yet. And this is not just going to have an impact on the consumer. This is going to cause a lot of industries to go out of business. It's going to destroy banks. I mean, it's scary, and it's something to think about. But you know, don't throw yourself into a panic over it. But it's a reality. So just remember that. But on a more positive note, with all of this being said, silver at the current cheap prices is likely an excellent investment for everyone, and I don't encourage anyone to invest in it. I'm not making a recommendation here. I'm just pointing out the its recent trend and where I believe that silver is going within the next few years. It's impossible to predict, but I would speculate that within 2 years, $200 an ounce silver is easily doable. But thanks everyone for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the video.